rituals at a wedding are designed to connect the past, the culmination of the dating process, to the future. It's pointing to the future, what is supposed to be. It drives a stake in the ground, it drives a line in the sand. Everybody knows everything is different for this couple from this point forward, and everybody begins to honor that. Now, there's a ceremony that's growing in popularity in the US, and it's called the blending of the sands ceremony, and blended families are doing this quite a bit, more and more. Why? Because you can involve the adults and the children, right? And the idea of it is kind of like a unity candle at a ritual or a ring portion of a wedding ceremony. The idea of it is to try to send a message to everybody that this family is becoming one. Now, I looked up online one of the standard recommended scripts for pastors to use when they get ready to do this. And I thought it would be fun for us to just kind of walk through what it's supposed to be, right? Because the blending of the sand ceremony is designed to help everybody understand the family is coming together and becoming one. So here's the way that goes. We have bride and we have groom. And you can just imagine the pastor kind of saying, today you are making a lifelong commitment to one another. You will share the rest of your lives and honor your children and share them as well. So your family relationships is symbolized by the pouring of these sands into this vessel where you're combining your life, and she's pouring in and she's got a big smile on her face, right? And then the groom's over there and he starts pouring in as well. And the pastor's continuing on. So yeah, we're combining hearts and our lives, and it's going great. And then the pastor says, oh, and children, come to the front. You can imagine the little pitter-patter and angel's wings as children run to the front. Oh, I'm so happy to participate. And they grab theirs. You know, there's his, and he pour in, and the other kids are pouring in, and everybody's all happy. And, you know, and all of a sudden the pastor says, ta-da! And there's a family, right? And it's complete unity and it's harmony, and there's this beautiful mosaic, and it represents what they're becoming. Did you hear what I said? Does it represent what they are or what they're becoming? You see, in one sense, it's representing the couple and what they are. We've culminated the process of falling in love, becoming husband and wife, choosing a covenantal relationship for all eternity. And they're choosing to combine themselves, but the other kids have to come along just because of their choice. And while it's culminated one process of becoming a couple, I would suggest to you that it's ignited a new process of becoming a family. So instead of that sort of ideal scenario, maybe it goes a little bit something like this. Bride and her 3 kids, groom and his 2 kids. And you'll notice that these 3 kids have another home, right? This is their dad. And he's there and very much a part of their life, and he's in the back of their mind the whole time the wedding is taking place. Now, this gentleman is widowed, and so mother's not here, but she's very much in the hearts and minds of all 3 of them at the same time. Well, it starts with the couple, right? So that part is the same. So the wife starts pouring herself in during the blending of the sand ceremony, and then the groom, I should say, the bride and the groom pour themselves in, and what they're saying is, we're committed, and we love each other, and we want to be together in this relationship. And then the children have an opportunity. We've got little Johnny, he's 8 years of age, and man, is he excited about this whole thing. He is madly in love with his stepdad. They both love football. Life is good. We enjoy running around playing rough house and wrestling in the living room floor. So little Johnny, he is in, man. He is in 100%. He is pouring all of himself in, no holds barred. He's got an 11-year-old sister who's just a little bit older than him. And she too likes this guy. She likes what's happening. She feels good about things. But she's also very mindful and cognizant that she has a relationship with her dad, as we want all kids to have, right? And so she has loyalties and commitment. And so she's pouring a little of herself here and a little of herself over here as well. She's got a bigger brother who's 16 years of age. And he is more than happy, because of his deep commitment and bondedness with his dad, he is more than happy to pour all of himself here. And while he's busy doing that, mom is looking at stepdad, and stepdad's getting a little concerned about, well, you know, there's nothing coming over here for us. So mom goes over and talks to him and says they have a little conversation about, you know, him and about stepdad and what a great guy he is. And so this 16-year-old with an attitude says, oh, okay, I'm more than happy to That didn't go so well. Sorry about that. Did it get in your mouth? I hope not. It's a little bit like grape nuts. Just chew. It'll get there. But no, he really just wants to be here. But okay, so now these two people are getting really distressed about it. The sandstorm has struck, and so he tossed it, but clearly he wasn't being cooperative, and his motivation wasn't very high. His motivation is over there. Now, this gentleman, he's got two kids. He's got a 19-year-old who is just really embarking on college and life and career and is going in all sorts of directions. And this 19-year-old is more than happy to pitch some of himself into the family vase. Well, that's all? Is that all you got? You don't have any more than that? Well, then there's a 20-something daughter. She's older. She's got a life of her own. She's got a career. She's pursuing that. And she's got a lot of interest going on. And to her, this whole wedding thing felt like a funeral. Again, burying mom. So she didn't show up at the wedding. That was news to him, let me tell you. That was big news to him, and that was a great disappointment. And of course, he's worried about how his wife feels about that. And so he goes and he talks to these children, and he goes, hey, guys, what's the deal? I thought you said, Dad, I want you to be happy. Well, I did say that, Dad, but I didn't mean that I had to embrace this whole family sandstorm thing. I didn't necessarily say I was in. I just wanted you to be happy. I'm more than happy for you to have a relationship with her and all those other folks, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to be there. Now, his son said, well, okay, Dad, I'm in. I'm good with that. I'll come and join you, but I just want you to understand that I'm only in as it relates to you. So there's going to be some walls and some expectations. Don't expect that I'm going to join with everybody else. I'll come and I'll be there some, but just about you and me. Now, sometimes you look at that and you go, that's not this. What's wrong with us? Well, what I would suggest to you is that there's nothing wrong with you, if that's what your family mosaic looks like. I would suggest that you're in process.